Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings to all my melanated brothers and sisters spread throughout the four corners of the earth. Peace and blessings upon you. Assalamu alaikum, shalom, Islam, whatever your culture prefers, whatever your beliefs. I greet you in peace. I greet you humbly. But check this out. This sha'carri Richardson, this whole sha'carri Richardson thing is a fucking smoke screen. Okay. Now, I'm gonna be quick on this. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this bullshit because, this is pretty much obvious. So check this out. Sha'carri Richardson is a so-called female track star, so-called African-American female track star, who's a world-class athlete who breaks fucking world records. And she tests positive for THC in the blood screening. Okay? I'll tell you what, she didn't test positive for no fucking THC. She tested positive for testosterone, because that's a goddamn man. Okay? You can't tell me nothing different. If you think sha'carri Richardson is a fucking female, you're dumb as a box of rocks. Okay? See, the problem is, we have no idea what a fucking real female looks like anymore in today's society, because there's so much of these fucking drag queens, so much of these fucking transvestites on the scene in the music business and acting and entertainment and sports. Serena Williams and Cardi B and fucking Megan Thee Stallion, all of these guys are men. Lady Gaga, they're all men, okay? And there's a lot more of them. We don't know what a fucking woman looks like anymore these days, man. And because of that, you got all of these young kids. I got young women and young men in my family who follow the mainstream media and worship these motherfuckers, man. And they're all sodomites. They're all sodomites, man. They're all sodomites. This is a fucking demonic transgender homosexual spirit going on in the goddamn black community, and it's sick. Not only in the black community, but in every goddamn community all over across America. All over the four corners of the goddamn earth. They're pushing this shit. You mean to tell me that this alleged young lady is a world-class athlete, and you mean to tell me nobody in her family, none of her friends, her handlers, her coaches, her sponsors, nobody had a fucking close eye on this alleged young woman to tell her, hey, you don't need to be smoking weed. And I tell you what, I got some homework for you motherfuckers. I want you to look at sha'carri Richardson races. Look at her events. Look at her races. She always slows down at the end because she don't want to smash these world records. Because watch the shit closely. Watch it closely. I'm telling you, man. She always slows down at the end. And check this out. This is the thing that you have to understand. You got to get the wool out your eyes, okay? And fucking hear me out. Take it with a grain of salt. This is my opinion. Everything I'm saying is alleged, okay? This is all alleged. Take this bullshit with a grain of salt. But check this out. You got these feminist motherfuckers. There's a huge feminist agenda going on. They're trying to demasculate the black man. Okay? There's this whole feminist agenda going out that the female can do anything a male can do, and that's not true. It's not true. Absolutely not. And I tell you what, until I see a female get drafted in the NFL, plays in the NFL, until I see a female in the NBA, until I see a female as the heavyweight champion of the world, welterweight champion, light heavyweight, featherweight champion, anything. Until I see a female competing with men, it doesn't even have to be great. Until I see a female in the same arena, in the same fucking stumping grounds with the big dogs. Then I'll change my motherfucking mind. But until that happens, it's all a smokescreen. You see, we've been so fucking brainwashed into believing anything we see on TV and the bullshit that we learn in school. We just fucking believe anything. We take everything that we see on TV that the white man gives us and we run away with the shit, man. It's bullshit. I don't feel bad for Sha'carri Richardson. I don't feel sorry for her. She knew the alleged female knew the risk. Okay, you're a fucking world star or a world class athlete smoking goddamn marijuana when you're trying to compete in the Olympics, and then they want black people to boycott the Olympics. You know, it's a whole. They always do this fucking thing, man. They come out with these fake stories and these psyops to get people all hot and bothered to fucking play with your emotions because they're blood-sucking vampires, man. This is a spiritual war that we're into. It's a spiritual war. It's a fucking spiritual war. And what they do is they're blood-sucking vampires. This is witchcraft and sorcery at its finest. Come out with these fake stories like George Floyd and the rest of these fake ass stories. Sandy Hook, get people all upset so they can start marching and looting and doing all this dumb ass shit so they can pass laws and agendas and so they can suck off your energy. They feed off of that shit, man. So be careful what you see on TV, man. That's why the old school motherfuckers call it the idiot box. That's why they call it programming. So they can program your mind and fucking mold your mind into thinking how they want you to fucking think. That's why in Hollywood, when they come up with a movie, what's the first step? What's the first step to having a Hollywood production? You have to have a script. You have to have a script. And then after you write the script, they have to cast. They have to put the cast in. Okay? So all they're doing is casting spells on your motherfucking ass. And if you're not consciously aware of the bullshit, then your brain is took. Your brain is took. It's fucking brainwashing at its finest, man. As long as you're aware of the fucking bullshit that they're trying to pull on you, they can't fucking get this shit past you, man. Because you got to use your logical brain and think. Logical brain and think. You look at a motherfucker now. I know personally, I know some females that do have some goddamn manly traits. Thick jaws and broad shoulders, but they females. So I know there are females that do carry those traits. But that's very rare. It's very rare. What are the odds that every goddamn major fucking star that you see in Hollywood and on the music scene and in sports, all the ones that's sitting on top have fucking Adam's apples and broad necks and big hands and all of this shit? Look at Sha'carri Richardson. There's a video that was posted a few days ago when she was with the baby. They were flirting back and forth with each other because you know how these Hollywood sodomite motherfuckers are. Look at this shit. They were flirting back and forth with each other. Look that shit up. Google it. Homework, motherfucker. Sha'carri Richardson flirts with baby, or baby and Sha'carri Richardson, whatever. It's a little video that I seen, came across my feed. That's what YouTube like to do. They like to put some bullshit in there. You know what I mean? For their little brainwashing exercises, you know. Nothing on my channel has anything to do with the goddamn baby or Sha'carri Richardson, but the shit goddamn popped up in my goddamn feed. So I clicked on it because I like to stay up with the current events. But anyway, this alleged female was shorter than the baby. Now the baby can't be no more than the rapper. I'm talking about the entertainer, the rapper, the baby. This guy can't be no more than 5'7", 5'8", and she was shorter than him, but her neck was thicker than his. Her shoulders were broader than his. She had longer arms than him. Her hands were bigger than his. Her head was bigger than his. Now, I was a fucking athlete when I was young. High school, college, my fucking teenage years and in my 20s. So I interacted with a lot of female athletes. So I know what a fucking female looks like, a female athlete looks like. And even if you look at the track meet of Sha'carri Richardson, you can tell the ones that are fucking men and the ones that are women. Because it's impossible for a woman to get that type of definition unless she's on steroids or something like that. And what are steroids? When a woman takes steroids, what is it? Putting testosterone. I'm not a fucking scientist, god damn it. I don't have any goddamn degrees in fucking science and sports medicine. But it's fucking, lose your logical brain. You put testosterone. Shoot your ass up with that motherfucking testosterone and shit, man. But it don't matter how much testosterone a woman pushes in her ass. A man is a fucking man. That bitch is a man. Wearing all that weave and fucking eyelashes and makeup and long ass nails. That's always a red flag. That's how you always tell if a motherfucker is one of them goddamn transvestites when they start doing all that over the top shit. Okay? Now, just keep a close eye on that bullshit. So, in summary, we don't give a fuck about Sha'carri Richardson. We don't feel bad for her. They want to boycott black people and black athletes and people not to watch the Olympics. They don't want black athletes to participate in the Olympics, and I think that's bullshit because the genuine motherfuckers put their heart and soul and train their entire fucking lives, and their families and friends and coaches and their communities invest so much into these young athletes for them to go represent their community.